Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Global Apparel Sourcing Expo, to the conference of the exposition, organized by the IF, the International Apparel Federation, and its partners For Source and Sourcing Journal. My name is Matthijs Krité. I'm Secretary General of the International Apparel Federation. We are a global organization with members, industry associations mostly, and companies all across the world on all continents. It's a pleasure to organize this conference that is a part of the expo of this fair, this digital fair that we are organizing. And during the conference, we are discussing topics that are of crucial importance to the industry. We have sustainability, innovation, the sourcing map, the changing sourcing map, especially due to COVID-19, and digitization, maybe the most important topic of all. And we are very lucky to have a great program on this topic with great speakers. And I'm proud and happy to announce to you our speaker of this session, Pattima Baehr, who is the head of the department, the pattern department, and project leader for 3D projects for Global Apparel GmbH. Global Apparel is a major German private label company with a head office near Hamburg and regional offices in Dhaka and in Shanghai. And we are going to hear how digitization is working inside this company, what struggles the company has, what successes the company has. In short, I think for all listeners, a very valuable experience to learn and to hear about digitization. So Pattima, it's my pleasure to now turn the virtual mic to you.
Hello, Matthias. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm pleased today to be here and talk about our experiences and our possibilities to implementation of 3D system. Before I would like to start with my presentation, I will give you a short introduction of Global Apparel 3D setup. I would like to ask a rhetorical question. Do you know when the first section of 3D software was started? Approximately 17 years ago. The car and architecture, movie industry have been working with 3D software for a long time. There are big changes in this field. So I am even more delighted to report on this exciting, promising technology in the clothing industry. We as a company, Global Apparel, can cover the whole supply chain. So it was consequently to take one step more. But I'm sure you would like to know how it came to this decision to invest in 3D software. Therefore, I would like to tell you a short emotional story. Approximately 12 years ago, our chairman had discovered 3D and CAD system in India. Since that time, he developed his vision of future to implementing of this technology. For this purpose, he had first of all to set up a pattern department, what he did for 5 years ago. I have to say he's a really pioneer, especially in the current time with all given limitations. COVID-19 showed that we could stay agile thanks for 3D. One benefit I have to mention in advance concerning delay in delivery. We were able to offer our customers this 3D simulation instead of samples. Isn't that an advancement? I think it is. Here you can see I splitted my presentation in 5 points. Introduction at Global Apparel, the 3D setup is already done. The second point, what kind of steps do you need for a simulation? number 3, virtual fitting. I think this is a very interesting topic. Then I will tell about our advantage, challenges, and expertise in 3D. Finally, I will give you an answer, how did we implement it, the 3D system in our process. Let me forward to the question, what kind of steps do you need for a simulation? This is very easy to answer, because we need surely a pattern, a good pattern. I mean a clean pattern without shrinkage, with all pattern pieces, what you need, and then you're sewing pattern pieces together, like in the real life. Before I start with the simulation, I need first of all also an avatar. Here you can see a Zoe. We have a Zoe in different levels, different characters, but for fit checking we use in general size Alvanon dummies or size Gemini avatar. I will forward to the virtual fitting, because you will ask, maybe you want to know, is it workable or not to make the fitting in 3D? I will give you an answer later. Here you can see one woman long sleeve shirt in different sizes. And what I do is I check the body length, I check is the sleeve length the same as basic size, neckline shape. Grading should be always even in all sizes. And here I can see that size 46 is maybe a little bit tight at the chest area. I have also the option to check the physical sample on the real model or on the 3D simulation. Is it, I can compare both together, or finally on the dummy. Another option is to check the virtual fitting in 3D. So here you can see I have different poses, different kind of fabric issues, can't wear definition, heat map, pressure points. This is a really improvements, because I can see in which part my samples are too tight, which part is too loose. This is not possible to check in 2D. Now I will talk about our advantage. You can see we have prepared 5 points: shorter time to market, mix and match, reduce CO2 footprint, reduce sampling costs, saving cost and time, faster, more precise adjustment for fits. I think all points are clear, but I will show you my favorite benefit. Here I compare 2D sketches with a 3D simulation. Could you imagine if I have a meeting with the customer, then in the last time we can talk about this 2D sketch. But the technical sketch is on the personal taste of the design or perspective from designers. So 3D simulation, I can talk about the proportion, about the body length, about the shape of fit, and this is realistic. But we have not only advantage, we have also to face the challenges. You can see here cost for hardware, cost for training staff, new technology requires steady expansion. It means that the 3D system are not fully developed yet. transfer of fabric properties into 3D. This is also a big challenge because you need some information about fabric thickness, about the weight, about the stretch information, and so on. Connecting to another system is missing. It's also missing because different companies working with a different system. So that's why we have a close communication with our 3D partners. Handling with customer and suppliers who don't have some technologies. You can maybe install one app for the turntable, but the biggest problem is that the volume of files are too huge. Our expertise. We have a pattern making department in-house with some knowledge. Virtual fitting I already presented to you. We work with different 3D software. I will show you on the next slide a few examples. Basic pattern should be always continuously. We add more pattern and we have more experience, and so we can use always the confirmed pattern, and also material library will grow up continuously. 90% basic article required no further revisions. If only work if you use a basic pattern which is already confirmed or which is already used in the past and something as well. Realistic optic of materials. Therefore, we use scanner for fabric and accessories. 3D avatar can be customized individual. It means you have, for example, the projects for tall sizes, something like this. We are able to adjust our avatars. Prompt reaction to the customer requests. I think this point is clear. Finally, I will come to the question, how did we implement the 3D system in our process? For this level of performance, we need a large team. You can see it's consisting of pattern makers, technicians, graphic and fashion designers, and 3D artists as well. We had hired new staff, or existing staff should be trained continuously. We have, yeah, that is. So now I will come to the next slide. Here you can see 2 rain suits for kids. On this page you see a woman padded jacket, and I think that the color and the shades of fabric looks really realistic. And you see also the fake fur on the hood. Here we have a fake leather woman vest. On this slide you see the woman vest in different color shades, and I think that the right example is with the metallic color, looks really lovely and realistic for me. I love it. And now I come to the last example for mix and match. It means I can put on the avatar several layers. I can check the combination, and so this is very easy.
Well, Pattima, thank you very much for that very interesting presentation. And I have to say, I love the the body warmer with the metallic color as well. It really shows how advanced this technology is. And if you just look at those pictures, you tend to sort of take this for granted. But it should not be taken for granted, I think, because this shows real progress, that only with that kind of level of simulation of reality, you as a company can now really depend on this technology. I think that must be the case, right?
Yes, right. So I was also surprised how fast it's running with 3D software. So I already talked to you that the beginning was 17 years ago, but I feel that in the last time that the fashion industry are more interested now. And so we saw that it's helpful in the last few months if we have delayed of samplings. And so, yes, it is very exciting also for me.
I can imagine. I was wondering, are we moving towards a situation where you can have actually no physical sample at all? Or do you still need at some point a physical sample?
It's a good point and a good question. So I can say we're saving some prototypes and partly size set, which based on the confirmed pattern. But the final replacement, it's not possible yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but you can already reduce a lot of samples because you don't need
Yes.
2, 3, 4, or 5.
When I talk about the basic men's T-shirt, for example, so we know that our pattern is perfect, and we request only the PP sample. This saving size set, prototype size set, sometimes a second size set, and so this we're saving a lot of samples. Yes.
Yeah, that's good to hear. What I understand from your presentation is that this is a big process requiring a lot of people. Can you explain how this process affects the whole working environment, the change management at the organization level?
Yes, the employees must be updated and involved in the development and process. This is big changing. It takes also time, and we have to adjust the workflow to the implementation, and we have to customize our process, and experience is necessary. The process have to be set up all over again, and also the different system, PDM, PLM, etc., have to be adapted, and the 3D software have to be connected. This is yes, a big challenge, and the changement of the department, I can say, as a pattern maker, I still made pattern by hand for 25 years ago during my education. That means I shifted from manual pattern making to the CAD system, and now we are working with the 3D software, so it's really exciting for me and modern.
Yeah.
So, and I'm also glad that pattern makers are needed in Germany again. In the past time, it was outsourcing and was wanted also, but now declining again. It's already mentioned, no good pattern, no good simulation. So
yeah,
and pattern maker can now check the I already show on some few example. We can modify it directly in 3D. We can check the fit, the proportion of fit. Is the pocket position in the right part? Is it suitable for this part? and the designer can check the color, can check the all over print, the scaling of sizes. In the past, they are printed out in the paper, different sizes, scaling, and so we save also a little bit paper. But it's really fast. They can color the whole collection in few minutes.
That's great. So you can actually achieve a higher quality faster and at lower cost is what it can do.
Yes. And all departments have to working now more closely together, because all depending to each other, and responsibility will be changed or mixed up.
Yeah, I understand. It's a huge challenge, but it sounds like you're taking the right steps. You're already quite advanced in this. So thank you for your willingness to share that with us, with our listeners. And on behalf of them and IF, I would like to wish you good luck in your exploits with the company. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thank you. You're welcome. Bye.
Bye bye.